Hi there! I'm doing some cooking and I wanted to share with you. I'm today making some guacamole flavors. This one is calling for roasted garlic. I have some garlic in the skin on a medium flame. And you do want it to get brown, you do want it to the skin to char a little bit. I can actually smell the goodness that is happening there. 8 lovely avocados that have been ripened. I kept them out overnight so that they would get soft and yummy. Oh, one other thing about the garlic. As you're roasting the garlic, you do not want to put any oil in there. So it's a dry roast. You are just literally throwing the garlic in the pan, monitoring it, making sure on what's called a dry roast. So let that cook for like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to start prepping the avocado. Prepping them, cutting them out, scooping out the goodness on the inside, putting it in a big bowl so we can then mix everything together. So, FYI, the best way to avocado is to cut it in half. Then you just twist it, and you can get it cut in half so that you have both sides. One of the easiest ways to get rid of the seed, cut all of your avocados that you'll need, because at this point you will get your hands messy. So get it out. Ooh, that one's nice. The seed is very small. Excellent. So to get the seed out, you want to just cut into it and then twist, and you've pretty much you've taken the seed out now and get it out. Knife. So I'm just basically putting my finger up against it and pushing it into the trash can. So again, just get enough of it so that you can twist it and torque it from out of the avocado itself, and then you just but be very careful, be very mindful. It is very dangerous. So once that's done, I found an easy way to deal with it is to actually just start peeling the skin off. So you're just taking an edge and then just peeling it off, and you can see how it just comes right out for the most part. I've pretty much gotten the whole thing. I can take my thumb and scoop out the bits that decided to stay on the skin. So I've got all of that goodness. And you may want to notch off the part where the branch connected into that. And if there are little bits and bobs that you don't like the looks of, go ahead and remove those from the avocado. So I'm letting the garlic is done cooking, so I'm actually letting that cool off because it is hot. It's roasted. It's dry roasted, like I said. So want to make sure that gets completely cool. So you can see that piece came off any of the tasty flesh. So continue. The garlic is done and it smells fabulous. Here's a little tidbit of a piece of garlic. Chop it up, and I am leaving on the charred bits because that'll add a nice complex flavor. So this should add a very mild garlicky flavor to it, because the roasting it, cooking it, tames the garlic somewhat, so it's not as pungent. You could also probably use elephant garlic with this recipe, so I'm just putting that into the bowl. So the last 2 ingredients are cilantro, which I've got right here, and a lime. So you want 2 tablespoons of lime, and I think this nice big lime here, I think should provide 2 tablespoons. One thing about guacamole is there's a ton of different ways of making it, and the key to making a good guacamole is to find the guacamole that you like and make that. So this one calls for roasted garlic. You may like unroasted garlic. You may want lemon juice as opposed to lime juice. So, just really explore it, try it out. So it's you can be really flexible and be creative with what you put in your guacamole. So all fresh leafy vegetables you want to rinse off. So I'm just taking a paper towel after having rinsed it off and trying to pat down to remove the excess water, because you don't want that to end up in the guacamole. So a fine chop, a chop here is pretty fine, because you're throwing it in something where you really want it to be bite size for people to get. So just kind of rolling it up of the cilantro upon itself and doing one pass of chopping and making sure I keep my fingers away from the knife. I just went to the farmer's market this past Sunday and sharpened it. And then once you've done one pass, you probably want to grab it again and chop it, kind of, and turning it as much as possible so that you can get, you know, a different angle on that chop. So I'll dump this into in a second into the guacamole. Just I prefer to cut it in half, like so, and again keeping your fingers away from it. And then, you know, if you want to work with it as a half, you can, or you can go ahead and quarter it. But all this lime is going to go into the guacamole. So I'm going to continue to chop up the cilantro, and I've got everything in the bowl. So that is my 6, as you can possibly see, that is my 6 avocado, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 6 dry roasted garlic, and then cilantro, about half a cup of loosely chopped cilantro. Now that is what is making up this guacamole. As I said, you can put in different things. The recipe did actually also call for 1 teaspoon of salt, which I am trying to cook without it and make recipes without it, so I'm going to refrain from putting in salt. There will be salt on the table, so that if people, you know, later tonight want to add that to theirs, they're more than welcome to. So now it's just a matter of mashing all of this goodness together to get the consistency that you want. I kind of like a little, you know, chunky, so I'm gonna you know, mash up what I can, and then but keep some nice, you know, tender chunks for people to really dig into it and get those chunks of guacamole or of avocado in their bites with their chips. So good luck with the recipe. I hope you enjoy it, and again, don't be afraid to put tomatoes in there. Don't roast the garlic if you don't like the taste of the roasted garlic, and really make it your own. That's really, you know, the essence of good cooking is to find the recipes and find the flavors that you like, and really run with them and work with them, and make them sing and dance. And then you'll enjoy the flavors in your mouth as they're singing and dancing in the plate. Thanks so much. Enjoy.